one of the questions I get asked a lot is how to use Propstream to do some lead generating. And Propstream is it's a really neat real estate tool, right? You can do a lot of different things with it. You can search your properties, you can do some lead generating for marketing purposes. They also have a skip tracing option, as well as being able to comp properties. And the main way that we like to use it is to pull list. So let's get started really quick. So basically, you're going to go to search. And from search, you're going to type in the area that you're looking to potentially get some leads. So let's look at Boston, Massachusetts. So it is a small area. There's only 3,237 unique properties in this area. So for filters, I mean, so Propstream gives you a couple of options, right? You're able to do a quick choice list, right? Something that, you know, maybe a market, vacant, liens, pre-foreclosures, etc. Or you can work on the filters yourself, right? So you can say, oh, you know what? I want this properties. I want just properties that are vacant. And now it drops the list to 26, right? How about we want it occupied, but not owner occupied? So basically rentals, right? And then from here, I typically, if I'm stacking a list, right? So stacking just means I'm using different filters to get a better list, right? The odds are better in this situation if you have different reasons why the seller may be potentially interested in selling the property to you. So I focus on single families, condos, multifamilies. While land is great for wholesaling purposes, it does take a little bit longer to wholesale. So I like to make things a little bit more simpler. So I just focus on these 4 up here. And right now, I don't want anything on the MLS that's active on the MLS. And for ownership type, you know, you can play with these filters as well. You could do 10 years as minimum of ownership, and that brings the list down to 68. You can do 5 years of ownership, and that's 102. You can also do for estimated equity. You can play with this percentage as well. So let's say you want to say 20% equity that's already built into the property. Now you have 98 properties that are unique. So you get to kind of play with the filters and see like each area, well, you get different types, you know, like different amounts. The bigger cities, the number is going to be much higher. This is a small area, so it's going to stay small. And you can stack them, right? So you can put in as many filters as you can and seeing, you know, if you can, it's supposed to be a better list for you to have different motivations why the seller may want to sell to you, right? So on here, you'll see everything that I put. I use non-owner occupied, single family condo, multifamilies, currently not on the market, own it for at least 5 or more years, and a current estimated equity of 20% or more. After this, you click here and you add to list. So you can create a new list. Oh, 10. Spelled it correct. Nope, I did not. L T-O-N. And you save it. Once you save it, you go to My Properties and you look at your marketing list. I like to look at, instead of names, I like to look they created, right? Because I can get them much quicker this way. And this is the last list I created. Then you would click here again, and then you will export the list. Once you export it, it gets saved on your computer right here, and you can open and rename it. So it's not as long. So basically, once you get it here, let's see if I can show you this part too. Okay, while that opens up, basically the same information you're gonna get on that Excel sheet is what you'll see here as well, but it's much easier to see the data in the Excel spreadsheet. So you'll have the potential address of the lead, right? The address of the lead that you just pulled the list from. Oh. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get this open as quickly as possible. So on the Excel spreadsheet, basically, you'll do the same thing, right? You look at it the same way. Then the platform, you have the lead's address, the last known owner's name, the potential mailing address, what type of property was it, last day sold, et cetera, et cetera. Now, not all of this data is 100% accurate, but it, you get the idea, right? It gives you some data that you work through as you're calling or texting your potential lead. After you download this Excel spreadsheet of your leads and you download one for each area that you're doing, you would need to skip trace the list. So basically you either do this manually with, again, using truepeoplesearch.com, or you use a paid version of a platform that can either be, even Propstream itself has an option, or you can also look at batch skip tracing, skip genie, FIVERR. If you have virtual assistants, you can have them do the skip tracing. So there's a lot of different, ways to do it, but the Propstream's spreadsheet gives you basically the basic information without the actual contact information. So you have the address, the last known owner, again, and the last known mailing address, and I'll break it down the rest of the data for each property. All right, guys, so that is my quick tutorial on how I use Propstream, and my team uses Propstream the most for lead generating. And I will definitely do another one for doing comms as well. But for now, enjoy. If you have any questions, let me know. You know how to find me. Thanks.